Good afternoon, guys. How are we all doing? Welcome to the review. Got 3 things to review today from our friends at SMOK. Sent us a couple of gifts. Only landed with us today, this morning. Actually, how do Rich? How we doing? So this review is going to be slightly different in terms of the fact that I haven't had an awful lot of time to actually have a play around with these. In fact, I haven't played around with them at all. Normally when I get them, I'll use them for a few days, have a good blast on them, and see what the crack is. But given the week ahead of me and what's to come in the world of Modfather very shortly, guys, keep tuned on that. We have basically just had to jump in the deep end with this, so we're going to go through these together today, get first impressions, and then I'm going to have a good play with them over the next few days. And like I say, if there's anything different than what we say today, then I will jump back on a quick live and run back through. So also today, guys, I'm going to be interacting with everyone in the chat, so feel free to ask any questions you like. Normally when I do the reviews as well, I'll just focus on the review and we don't do the interaction side of things, but today is different. So welcome Rich, hi Jess, evening Chris, Ashley Baines here. It's coming home, absolutely, Chris. You know it. Hey, Katie. So, like I said, we'll delve straight in though. So, 3 devices to review today, guys. I'm going to be doing this with you. So let's head straight into it. So we will go through them. So first of all, we have got the SMOK StickR22 kit. New pen device from SMOK. There's going to be 2 types of these that we've run through today, and then there's another device as well. So we've got the StickR22 kit, which is the bigger brother to the SMOK Stick N18 kit. So as you can see, very similar in looks. You can just see one is a bit bigger than the other, and they carry different features as well. So we'll have a look into them. How are we doing, Mr. Hanke? Evening, Chris Nunn. And then also as well, we are going to be having a look at the SMOK thinner kit as well, which is an interesting design. Almost like the vaping bank card, so to say. So I'm gonna have a look into them. Just have a quick brew. Got to start the day with a cup of coffee. It's got to be done. I'm still about 1. I'm not sure what that means, Katie. So we're going to go through these. I'm going to go through the sticks first, and then we'll look at the thinner last. As I say, haven't had time to play around with these at all. I've literally took them out of the cellophane, so we are going to be you're going to be going through these with me. So we will start with the smaller of the 2. We'll have a look at the Stick N18 kit. I don't know if you can see all the specifications. I don't know if it'll focus because this camera never does on the side. But there you can see, I'm reading off the screen here, but you can see there's a 3mm capacity there. This device will take the Node coils, so it's compatible with all Node coils. I'm going to have to read that off the box there. 1300 mAh battery capacity. This will go up to 30 watts, airflow adjustable. It kind of has to be done these days with these things. And then we've got your wattage regulator as well. One thing you will notice on this, there is no screens on this. They're going to be old school of SMOK. So let's have a look in the box and let's see what all the fun and games is about in here. So first thing you're going to see in the box, you are going to get your warranty card as standard. You are going to get your SMOK basically warning label, basically just saying read the manual before you use these things. Howdy Hatman, hey Alana. And then also you're going to get your instructions. And as you can see, these 2 devices have been brought out as a pair sort of thing. So the instructions are for both devices, for the N18 and the R22. And it's not a massive set of instructions. It's quite a simple device from looking at it. But obviously, if you ever get one of these, you can have a look through that. It's just the basics, shows the build of the device, what you can do with it, how to use it, how to prime the coil, how to power it on, what the buttons do, and things like that. Obviously, get your bag of sweets. Don't actually eat them. They are not edible. You will get some accessories. So you get some O-rings there and bits. You get your charger wire. So all the standard stuff, as you will see, this is a C-bit charger, which is always good to see, means some fast charging. And there is the device, guys. So you get your 2 coils with that. Don't wait to fall out. And then there is the device as well in a lovely blue. Alana, if you're watching, the lovely blue color there. So there she is. That is the N18. The two coils that come with this. So these are this device is a Nord coil compatible one. I'm not even going to try and attempt to put this up on the screen, but this is a 1.4 ohm coil, and I believe the second one is a 0.6. Hey Angela, how are you? And the second coil here is the Nord Mesh 0.6 as well. So we'll get that put in shortly and get these beauties set up. Like I said, we've got 3 devices to go through here. Is she going to come out? Is she going to play? There she is. So there we go, guys. So this is the N18 kit from SMOK. Again, nice little pen kit. I know a lot of you guys that are watching, obviously some of you are into your more advanced kits, your rebuildables, things like that. But let's not forget why we vape. We vape to get off the stinkies, and these devices look like they are designed to help us do that. So nice design as always. You can see it's almost got like a scaly effect on the side. This won't focus at all. We'll try and get it to focus so you can see a bit more of it. But you know what this camera's like, guys. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you've got SMOK on the side there. You've got your legal bits on the bottom. And there we go. You've got your charge port there towards the top on the side. And then you've got your fire button as well there too. Still got that sticker on. I'll probably take that off a bit later. Got your airflow, bottom airflow there. It is adjustable. If it will let me do it on the camera. It's not easy to twist around this, which I think is a good thing. There's no stop on it, so there's no stop to turn it. It will just turn all the way around. But you've got your adjustable airflow there. You can see if it will again focus. There you have it. So you've got your adjustable. Thin drip tip on top. So this is definitely probably more suited towards the MTL universe out there. Twist off the top, I'm guessing. Yes, we do. Twist off the top, and that will present to you where you fill the tank up. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the camera, but it does have like a film over it. Again, I don't think it's going to focus, guys. Oh, no, it is. Oh, it's working with us today. So it has got a bit of a film where you fill it up, which obviously helps with any leaking. Hopefully there should be no leak back from that. So we'll get that on there. We'll get this set up in a minute and twist the entire tank to reveal where you would put your coil. So like I said, these are Nord compatible with this one, guys. So your coil will just slide in there nicely. That's what she said. And then you have got your contact bit there at the bottom as well, and it's springy too, guys. It's a springy bit there. So there we have it. So that's essentially the look of the N18 kit. Like I say, there is no screens with this. So everything you need to know about this, I'm going to turn that off so you don't keep hearing a ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. So there we go. Facebook is off. So what you will see, again, if it will focus, there is a small LED light in the center of the fire button there. And this is what will tell you all you need to know about the device when it is powered on. But first things first, I'm going to put a coil in and see what the crack is. So what I've seen so far from doing a bit of research on these before I did go live, the R22, which we will have a look at as well shortly after this, everything that I show you on this is exactly the same with the R22. The R22 is just a bit bigger. You can put different coils in it, and it provides higher wattage as well. So where's the cat? Can't hear the door banging. Oh, the cat's somewhere, Chris. She'll probably make an appearance at some point. I think she's down on the chair here, actually. So we'll get this set up. Hatman, no, the airflow is not fixed. So you can adjust it. It takes a bit of effort, but you can adjust it, as you can see. There's no stop, so you can't go all the way one way and then have to go back. So no, it is fully adjustable with the airflow, so you can tailor this to exactly how you like to vape it. But we are going to get it set up. We'll put the coil in, put some juice in, and then whilst we're letting this coil rest and soak up the liquid, we'll have a look at the other one, just a brief to look at that. Evening, Di, how are you? So I'm going to put the 0.6 in here. So as I say, I've twisted the top off, and that is literally just going to slot in just like that. So the coil is in there. And there is nothing more to do than to twist that cap back on. Make sure I do it on the camera. It's been a while since I've done one of these. And there we go. Now I'm not going to turn it on because knowing Marlock, I'll turn it on, fire it, and burn the coil out. That's exactly what I do. Noob error. So we're going to put some juice in, and like I said, we'll let that rest. So I'm going to put in, mainly because it's the closest one to me, the Fizzy Dandelion and Burdock, which I'm a massive fan of at the minute. Not Twister today. Some of you will be shocked to hear. So we'll get that in. If it will go in, I don't think this will. I don't think this even likes the. Oh, it does not like this this bottle. We'll try and fill it up. We'll see if it lets me. It's going to let me do it. So like I say, I've got the window there, so you can keep an eye on just how much liquid you are putting in. So we'll get that filled up. And there we go. So the capacity of this tank is 3.5 mil. So you can get a bit of liquid in there. No doubt if they when these do become available in the UK, if they're not, or if they might already be, I haven't checked to be fair, but no doubt TPD will get involved and there might be a cheeky little bung in there. Dandelion and Burdock, what happened? I'm just having a change. You know, you vape on a liquid, vape Twister for so long. Like there are days that come where you've just got to jump on something different just to change things up a bit. So like I said, I'm going to let that sit now. We'll have a play with that later on, but we'll turn it on. So to turn this device on, as always with most things, 5 clicks. And there you go, it will start flashing. So that is on. So I won't do anything more with it just yet. We'll have a look at its big brother. And then once that's had a bit of time, we'll have a vape and see how we get on with that. And then, like I say, after we've done that, we're going to be looking at the thinner kit as well. So let's get the big brother out. Like I say, guys, ask questions as we go along. Normally I don't do it this way, but let's change things up a bit. So if there's anything you want to ask whilst I'm going through this, feel free and we'll have a look into it together. So like I said, I haven't had time to play around with these. So same again. With this, you will get your warranty card. You will get your read the manual before using card, and the same as with the other one, it's the same manual. Obviously, this manual is designed to talk to you about both kits. So there you go. So I'll put that one with the other one, and there you go. So this is the bigger brother. This is the R22 kit. Now, as you will tell, well, as you will see there, the coils first of all look slightly different, and this is because this takes the RPM coils. So I suppose they've done this because people like the different coils. Some people prefer the nodes, some people prefer the RPMs. So each device allows you to use the different coils, depending which you like. So if you prefer the node coils, then you'll go for the N18. If you prefer the RPM coils, then you'll go for the R22. But there she is. I would have loved them to have sent them me in the same colour. That's going to play with me, is that. I would have loved this to be in blue or that to be in gold, just to have them the same colour. But hey, oh, beggars can't be choosers in this game. So same design again, slightly different, as you can see. I do like this gold effect though. Like I say, it's StickR22. One of the things I didn't show you on the other one, like the look of that better than the blue. Yeah, I think I prefer the gold one. But one thing I will show you on this one, so like I said, the design itself is very similar. It's just a bit fatter. It's got a bigger battery inside. But like I said, very similar designs. What are the batteries in these actually? I should have checked that, shouldn't I? There we go. So in the N18, it is a 1300 mAh battery capacity. In the R22, it's a 2000 mAh battery capacity. So there you go. But one of the things I didn't show you on the other one, which I'll show you on this one, it's probably better done on this one, to be fair. As you can see, there's no screens on this. So you'd be thinking, how on earth do we adjust the wattage? And they've gone a bit old school with this. In order to adjust the wattage, you have to twist the bottom of it. So we'll try and get this to focus so you can try and. So there you go. So this is currently on 30 watts there. This one goes right up to 40 watts. Whereas the smaller N18 only goes up to 30, and it's just a case of twisting. So I've twisted it once there, and that's gone up to, well, it's gone slightly, it's like 35 watts. So it's just a case of twisting, guys. And again, it's quite resistant to it. So it's not something you can just accidentally twist and it'll go on to a different wattage. You've really got to give it some And at the minute, because it is so clammy with the weather, my hands are quite moist at the minute, so it's a bit slippy as well. Could have done with a bit much something there to help with the twist, but there we go. So it's currently on, well, it's on 10 there, so I'm going to get it back to, I'm going to put it on 30 based on the coils that's going to go in next. But again, similar design, adjustable airflow there, as you can see, USB-C charger, and again, it looks pretty much the same as its younger brother there. Bit of a slightly bigger drip tip. But yeah, so this one takes the RPM coils, guys. So like I say, if you prefer the Nords, then this one probably not for you. You probably go with the N18. Mine's slippy. I bet it is, Hanky. I bet it is. So like I said, I'm going to get this one set up. Same process as the other one. If you want to fill it up with your juice. Oh, it's untwisting the entire tank there. There we go. If you want to fill it with juice, just unscrew the top bit. And same again, it's got them anti sort of leak interchangeable tips. Good question. Let's have a look. That's what we like. That's what we like. Ask the questions and we'll have a look together. No. But this one, I'm sure this one did. Yes, there we go. So you can change the tips, Hanky. They're just quite tight. So I'm assuming you can do the same with this one. Yes, you can. There we go. I had to use my teeth to get that off then, because they've got two O-rings on there and it's quite snug. So there is the answer to that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this one set up, and then whilst we're letting these sit, we'll have a look at the thinner kit as well. So the coils that come with this one, again, you get the charger wire, you get the accessories. So with this one, you get... I need glasses. I tell you now, I need glasses. You get the 0.8 RPM. And the one that I'm probably going to put in it, I think this is a 0.6 again. Oh no, I lied. This is a 0.4. Best at 20. Best at 25. Best at 25 watts. Can you change the tip? Well, you can. You can. So I'm going to put the 0.4 in there. Twist the back on. So very, very simple device to use this, guys. There's no interface, there's no screens. If you want to change the wattage, again, you just twist the bottom and that will go from 5 right up to 40. On the younger brother, I believe it goes up to 30. But again, same thing. You just twist the bottom and set your wattage. No screens at all. So very, very simple to use, guys. Twist the top off. My God, man, it's so clammy around here at the minute. I don't know what the weather's like for you guys, but it's so clammy around here. And again, I'm going to put the dandelion and burdock in as well. Now, this one does let me put the nozzle in. And again, you can just see by the window there, you can see that filling up nicely. So there we go. She is full. Get the top back on, and same again. Let's let her rest. Oh, thread isn't great on this one, to be fair. The thread is not great at all. There we go. Possibly the user. Too warm beyond the sodden mess. It's bad. It's bad. It's not good. Not good. So there we go. I would have liked, personally, I would have liked with the airflow, compared to the other one, this is quite loose. So you can accidentally just twist that. But I would have liked that when it's fully open, there's a stop there, and then you've got to close it off. But it is what it is. The airflow is not, there's no stopper on it. So like I say, we'll let them rest and fill up. But those are the StickR22 from SMOK. That was the gold one, and the N18 was the blue one. So clammy out with places. How are you, George? How are you, mate? So I'm going to get them boxes closed up, and then whilst they're sitting there, we'll have a play with them shortly. We're going to take a look at this this bank card vape that SMOK have brought out as well. Now, I always say, if you've watched reviews before, I always say I want to see something different. You know, a lot of the devices get brought out, they look very similar to others, things like that. And to be fair, I've not seen many things that look like this, to be fair. So this is the thinner kit from SMOK. Again, I don't know if you can see the features on there. Card shaped, 700 mAh battery, max 25 watt. There is adjustable power on this. You've got a meshed 0.8 pod. So this is pod only, guys. There's no changing coils on this. When the coil finally goes, you've got to get rid of the pod. 4 mil capacity and air activated. Air activated. I've not seen that before. I don't know if that's just you can just draw on it or you have to press the button. But inside, again, you will get your SMOK. Read the instructions before using this device card. You will get your warranty card. Tip don't suit the mod, in my opinion. Well, on the sticks, I know what you mean. It's quite a tall mouthpiece. I do know what you mean. But I think they're more suited to your sort of typical, maybe MTL style users. I probably wouldn't say, we'll have a look, we'll have a play when we're vaping it, but I probably wouldn't say DTL is probably the way forward in terms of that. But with the thinner kit as well, you get your instructions. Again, plenty to go through, and as we say, we've all seen these type of instructions before. They'll give you a breakdown of the device. They'll tell you how to use it, how to fill it up, what things to look out for. So we'll have a look. Again, get your charger wire, get your pack of sweets that you definitely do not eat. And same again, it is a Type-C charger, which is always good to see. So let's have a look at the device itself. And there she is. So like I say, really, really thin. You can understand why they're calling it the sort of bank card vape in a sense. Bit of a fingerprint magnet though, as you can see. This one does have a screen, so we'll have a look into that at the minute. And like I say, the pod just slots out. You've got your contacts there at the bottom. Quite a snug fit, actually. Again, it's not easy to pull out. That you're not gonna just pull it out slightly in your pocket or anything. So yeah, the contacts are good. You've got a little cover there to stop you from firing this thing before you use it, and you have your fill port there at the side, which again is going to be a struggle for me because I don't have fingernails. So it's going to be interesting getting into that. So what I'm going to do first is get the piece of paper off that's blocking the contacts. Oh, darn you weather. This is making life so difficult. So there we go. So you've got your magnets and your contacts there. You can see the wires as well. You've got your positive and your negative going up into the coil inside the pod. So like I say, when you're vaping this, once it dies, you throw this away safely, and then you would just need to get replacements for that. I now know how my items in the slow cooker feel. Yeah, I agree. I would agree. So let's have a look at this one. So before we put the pod back on, again, screen, 5 clicks, very quickly. You get your SMOK, you get your version, and there is the interface. Now, as you can see there, you'll have your wattage. It'll show your ohms. It's not going. It's somewhat focusing. It's got a puff counter, and then it goes off. Typical. And then you've got your battery life there as well. So you've got your battery indicator and the percentage. Someone's watching, do I swear? No, best not. So to use this, to adjust the coil, to adjust the wattage, there is only that one button. There is nothing else. There's no up and down buttons with this or anything. Can't get over just how thin this thing is. But all you need to do is, okay, I'll try and get this to focus. 3 clicks, and that will start flashing. And then you just need to keep pressing, and it will keep going all the way up to 25 watts, and then it will round robin. In order to set the wattage, so I'm just going to go all the way back to, you can press it. I believe you can hold it as well, and it will go all the way up, and you've got to press it again to start it off, but it will go. I'm just going to go all the way up to 25. And then to set that, you just need to leave it, and then it'll stop flashing and it will go solid. So there we go. So again, just need to get this one filled up, and we'll see how this one goes. Now, it does say on this is a 0.8 coil. Now, I don't have any Nick salts or any 50-50 juice on me, so I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and put the dandelion and burdock in. But like I said, this is definitely suited to Nick salts. I should have some Nick salts. Let me have a look, see if I've got any Nick. I should have Nick salts. Bear with me one moment. Right, I found the Nick salt. Oh, he's on. He's on. Right, okay. So everyone's just coming in and disturbing me now. So we're going to put a Nick salt in, and we are going to use the Riot Salt Tropical Fury. She passed me a 20 mg. I'm not vaping 20 mg. It'll cough me guts up on the live. Sponsored by D&B. It's tasty though. It's tasty. So we're going to go with the Riot Salt Tropical Fury, and we'll get this filled up. Again, whilst we're having a play on the other two devices that we've already looked at, once we're vaping them, we'll let the liquid sit in this. God, I can't get this bottle open. Just went to Boots a while back. Julie was over in. Hanky, man. Hanky. So, like I say, your fill port is just on the side. Get that filled up. Capacity on this is 4 mil as well. So, you know, it'll keep you going. Again, TPD will probably have something to say about that when they come at the UK. Now, prices on these things, guys, I've not been able to find what the price is likely to be on these thinner kits. I can't see them being incredibly expensive though. So she's all filled up there. On the sticks, it looks like they're going to range between 20 to 30 pounds. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. There's nothing official been released yet, I believe. But we'll keep man up. I couldn't get the bottle off. It's bad, isn't it? What you'll notice as well is this will only go in one way. And there she goes. So we'll leave her to one side and let that sit. Similar to the Power 3. Yeah, not far off, but as you can see, it is thin, which is why they're calling it the bank card vape, so to say. This will just slot nicely in your pocket. One other thing I have noticed on this, obviously you can't do it with the other ones because there's no screen or anything, but there's no way of locking it. There's no way of that would probably be something that's jumped out to me straight away. I'm pressing the button 4 times, I'm pressing it twice. There's no way of locking it. So again, there is chance if it goes into a pocket and it just presses against one way, it might fire. So if you do ever get one of these, turn it off. 5 clicks and it'll turn off. So we'll let that rest. We'll have a vape on that, and I will probably cough my guts up with it being a Nick salt. So let's go back to the other ones that we looked at earlier. These had a good chance to top pocket my hair. I'm just trying to definitely make sure that I'm not going to get a dry out off of this. The button doesn't fire, does it? You know what? I tell a lie. Actually, no, the button doesn't fire. So ignore everything I've just said. This is an air vape, so you would literally just inhale. It's an auto draw. So ignore everything I've just said. This is why I normally have a good play around with these bloody devices before I go and use them. So there we go. This is why we work together, though, isn't it? Right? Isn't it, though, guys? So it is a auto draw on this one. You don't press the button. I tell a lie. That's just me automatically assuming that is how it works. We would have figured that out though when we started vaping it. So this is what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you and me. However, let's go back to the other devices. So we're going to go first of all onto the blue one, and then we'll look at the, well, I mean, it's going to vape somewhat the same, other than the fact that it's a different coil. So we'll go for the N18 first. Ash the newbie, I know, right? So again, 5 clicks will turn it on. You set the wattage at the bottom. So I'm going to, again, this is quite a just want to. My hands are so sweaty at the minute with the heat. It's not for turning. It's not for turning. So we're going to go. I'm going to set this at 25 watts. So again, you've got to twist the bottom to set the watts, same as the R22, and it won't focus. Will it? Will it? No, it won't focus. But I've got that set at 25 watts. Dandelion burdock in there, putting Ash in his place. Exactly. But we work as a team. We would have figured it out. We would have figured. This is why I normally play with things first. I'm going to have the airflow wide open on this. Why aren't you vaping? There we go. So as I said, this is the device that takes the Nord coil. I've got it at 25 watts. Not a huge cloud. So again, for people that are looking to make, like I said, these are definitely going to be more suited to people looking to get off the stinkies. And they're not always cloud chasers. So spot on in terms of the cloud production. Awesome review, Jess, absolutely. In terms of flavor, I've got a feeling that cotton might need to bed it in a bit more. But like I said, the flavor is coming through nicely. Can really still taste that dandelion, but you've got to try that, guys. It's not a sponsored video, but I'm in love with this flavor, this juice at the minute. Definitely suited more to the MTL side of things. Detail you're not getting barely anything from it. So there we have it. Now, one thing that does wind me up when I'm looking at this is, and you're not going to see this, and it's more a personal thing, but see how there's this little sort of silver spacer between the tank and the airflow. There is a gap. There is the smallest of gaps that you can see light through, and it's doing my nutting. It's doing my nutting. But other than that, you can't complain for what this is. If you like your Nord coils, then I can't see you having an issue with this whatsoever. Pretty spot on. And like I say, it's going to be for those that really do just want to get off the stinkies. Obviously, a lot of people that might be watching this are used to the hardcore stuff. So like I say, I'm used to being on the mech, so vaping something at 25 watts feels like you're vaping a non-existent. It feels non-existent, but like I say, the flavor's coming through. MTL, it's giving a bit of a hit at the back of the throat. There's no nicotine in my liquid at the minute, so obviously the hit that you would get with the nicotine in is going to be different. It's going to be more of a hit. But like I say, not bad at all for the N18 stick by SMOK. So we'll have a look at its bigger brother, which is the R22. Now this is one I would prefer most out of the two. It feels better in the hand. This one is a bit thin for me. I prefer, like, it's feeling a lot better in the hand. But it's the same concept. You set the wattage by twisting the bottom. I've got this set up at 30 watts. Airflow wide open. Turn it on. It's going to flash. And it's not going to vape. Why won't you vape? I use an MTL in the morning with the salts and onto my detail. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout, especially. Have I got a faulty one here? Something going on with this. Now this is the issue that you're going to come across. So when I'm pressing it, it's flashing 4 times. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the manual and see what 4 flashes of the light does. So you get a bit of a table of what these lights do, because this is the only way of it telling you what it'll do. The other thing that I was going to come on to as well, if you can see that there, is it will either flash red, orange, and green based on your battery life. The same on the other device. So if it flashes red, you've got less than 30%. Orange, you've got 30-70%, and green, it is over 70%. However, 4 clicks of the button either means that the atomizer hasn't been detected, or there is a high resistance value of the atomizer, meaning it's less than 3 ohms. Well, it's definitely not less than 3 ohms. So it's definitely not less than 3 ohms. So I'm going to guess that it is going to be to do with the fact that it's not picking the coil up properly. So I'm going to double check everything is sound and secure. Now this won't be good. Imagine if it doesn't work and there's an issue. Again, why you should always test the things first instead of just going for it and going live as soon as you receive it. That's not going to fire. Typical. Absolutely typical. So like I say, Jeff, no, you're right. One of the options it could be is that it's it's a high resistance, but it is just not having it. So I'm going to have a play around with that. I might have to come back and redo this one in terms of this, because for whatever reason, it is just not liking it. Might try put the other coil in. So let's not worry about that one for now. Like I said, the only slight difference between the vape on that and its smaller brother would be that the drip tip itself is slightly bigger, so you're going to receive more. I imagine the cloud is going to be bigger on this. I have tried turning it off and on again, the typical IT approach. So that one's been a bit of a flop. So I'm going to try and have a play with that, and I might do a quick video when this decides to work. However, all the contacts are clean. Like, it's literally just come out of the box. It's one of them. It's one of them. It will happen. It might be a dud coil. You never know. It happens. I will have a play. The only thing that goes through my mind when things like this happen, especially after just taking it out of the box as well, is that if someone goes and buys one of these, would be relatively someone that's most likely to be coming off the stinkies. It would potentially confuse the hell out of them and might be a put off. So a bit of a nightmare there. However, I will have a play, and if we can figure it out and try and get it fixed, then we'll do another cheeky video. Which brings us on, finally, we'll have a look at this thinner kit and see how this one vapes. So I'll turn it back on, like I say. So the button doesn't fire it, as we recently. Software update, potentially, but Jeff, I would like to think that this is a new bringing from SMOK. It's literally just, it arrived to me this morning. I would like to think that it shouldn't be needing a software update right away. Surely not. Like I said, the instructions say that it's either the coil being a low resistance or that it's just not reading the coil itself anyway. So I'll, like I say, after the video, I won't do it on the live. I'll take it apart. I'll put a different coil in. I've got plenty of them here anyway, and we'll have a look at that. I just need to dig them out. So like I say, we'll have a vape on this thinner now. So the button itself, like we've recently established, doesn't actually fire the device. It is auto draw, but it is at 25 watts. I'd like to think that it's ready to go now. So let's have a play and see how it goes. So resisting urge to cough. Oh, no good with salts, man. No good with salts. So like I said, this is the SMOK thinner, the thin bank card approach to the design. 700 mAh battery. It is meshed, I believe. It is a meshed coil at 0.8 inside there. And you know what? The flavour coming through it is absolutely spot on. It's a really, really strong flavour. I'm picking up that tropical flavour straight away in the Riot Salt. Mighty hit on the back of the throat, but more, you sounded like Duff Man. Have you tried swearing at it? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Work, damn you. Did you bang it on the table? No, I can't do that. Oh, it did something then. It flashed orange at me, which means that it probably needs a bit of charge. However, it's not going to vape. It's not going to vape. Vape, damn you, work. Swearing at it might work sometimes, but not all the time. I'll have a play. But in terms of the vape on the thinner device, for the guys out there that do enjoy the pod systems, again, someone maybe just looking to get off the stinkers and like a sort of alternative design to a vape, which is always good to see. You know, it instantly ramps up in terms of taking out. You're not waiting for it to fire up the coil. It's a spot. I'm coughing, man. The salts, man, kill me off. Yeah, no qualms with that whatsoever. Very, very discreet little mod. So I retract my previous statement about it using the button at the side to fire. So you could quite safely put this in your pocket all day long and there'd be no issues. What I would like to see is, with things going in your pocket, you know, you can have fluff things in there, something maybe try and cover that up. It'd be good if there was like a slider thing over that to cover the mouthpiece up, things like that. So always make sure that that is clear before you start vaping it, guys. That's one thing I would say. 700 mAh battery. It's not the biggest battery in the world, but then it's not the biggest mod. So you kind of complain in terms of that. One thing I would say though, with it being a C-bit charger, Probably only take about 45 minutes if that to charge up. So yeah, no qualms with that whatsoever. One thing I do like is that it just looks different, right, guys? How many times have we seen devices get brought out and straight away you think, oh, that looks like something else? Or have you tried it? Absolutely not, Max. People know my views on disposable systems, and we'll leave it at that. Certainly have not tried it. So, guys, what are you vaping on today? Before we wrap things up and go and enjoy our weekend, let us know what you guys are vaping on. Let us know your thoughts on these. Obviously, like I said, I'm gonna have a play with the R22, try and get that working, and I will do a cheeky little video that I'll post up to the Modfather group. But no, let me know what your thoughts are on these guys. Like I said, definitely in terms of the sticks, definitely hinted more towards the like starter kit side of things. Chris is on the velocity. I'm gonna have a quick blast on that dandelion and burdock again now. Woo, love it. Chris is on the Doveport Odin Blotto. Love it. And the bubonic cola. Ooh. I don't know what. Even though it's a salt and it's crippling the back of my throat, it's a nice flavour. Is that? It's giving off so much flavour. Is this for what it is? Not a huge cloud either. Oh no. Salts are not for me. I'm on the Geek Bar and the Elf Bar. Nice. Again, I think everyone watching pretty much knows my views on the disposables. I won't go into it on a products review. So I might do a video on that another time. So there we have it, guys. So those were the 3 devices. So again, just running through it, you've got the Stick N18 kit, all by SMOK. These you've got the StickR22, and then finally, again, I can't find the box for it now. I've lost it. There we are. We've got the thinner kit as well. So let me know your thoughts on them, guys. Put them in the comments. Obviously, this is on Do It Ash. No. Let me know in your comments. I know this is on YouTube as well. So anyone watching back, feel free to put in the comments. I will reply as soon as they come through normally. But yeah, nice little device with a thinner. I wish I could have got to vape on that R22 first and had a play with that again. More reason to play around with these before we review. So we might have to start doing that again more often instead of taking them straight out of the box. But no, great little devices from SMOK. I will do another video on that R22 though. I will leave you all to your days now, guys. Thank you for dropping in and watching this one. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to message the shop page at Modfather. Feel free to inbox myself, free to comment, and I will reply back when I can. But other than that, guys, great little review there. More to come. Lots of things on the way, and do keep an eye out on Modfather's page as well, because there are some big things about to drop. So for now, guys, enjoy your weekend. Have a safe one, and most importantly, guys, it's coming home. Adios, guys.